이번에 이제 미키 예고편이 나온 뒤에 목소리 톤에 대해서 놀라는 관객들이 되게 많았습니다. 특히 더 배트맨이랑 너무 이제 정반대로 나와서 이 연기 톤을 어떻게 잡았는지 궁금하고요. 그리고 두 번째는 아까 1인 2역을 하신다고 하셨는데 사실 이제 미키가 17번째까지는 인격적으로 캐릭터상으로 큰 변화가 없었는데 그러니까 18번째 미키, 그러니까 또 다른 나를 마주하면서 지금 성격이 굉장히 다른 미키가 나온 걸로 예상이 되는데 왜 그렇게 변하게 됐는지도 좀 궁금하고 두 다른 캐릭터를 같지만 다른 캐릭터를 어떻게 다르게 연기했는지 궁금합니다.
So when the trailer for Mickey17 came out, a lot of people were surprised at the voice tone that you chose because it's almost the opposite of what we saw in the Batman. So just wondering how you managed to set that voice tone and also the tone of your performance. And the second question is, you played two roles, Mickey17 and 18, and until 17, Mickey's personality doesn't go through a lot of changes. But for 18, he's quite different. Curious why and where that difference comes from, and also your strategy in terms of differentiating the two roles.
I think the voice, it kind of came from. I think everything. Whenever I'm approaching any of these things, it starts from a sort of logical place, and there was some characters I thought made sense. That we talked about this TV show Jackass, which I was obsessed with growing up, and there was something I liked about the relationship between these two characters, Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville, and Steve-O was this guy who would constantly be hurting himself all the time and be really enthusiastic about doing it, and it didn't really make any sense, and it's it just popped into my head one day, and I was kind of trying to do his voice, and then it sort of morphed into this other thing. But then, I think the thing with Mickey17 as a character, he's extreme. I think he's extremely. He seems sort of quite pathetic and passive, but I think in my mind he was always very, very scared of allowing himself to sort of truly admit because if you feel like you're a total loser, you can kind of just drift along and hopefully nothing worse will happen to you, but you don't really want to look directly in the mirror and realize how much you've kind of hurt yourself and wasted your life in a lot of ways. And so he's kind of paused in his development. And then when 18 comes along, 18 is a misprint. He hasn't got part of his brain or something, and so it's kind of an identical twin, but somehow they have it's like I kind of interpreted it as 18 is 17's kind of id. And it's your id, your subconscious looking at you and saying why are you so pathetic? It's its id, personified, and it's come out of him. And instead of it just being in your head tormenting you, he actually hits him and beats him up and stuff, and forces 17 to recognize that he can be more than he thinks he is. It's it's a sort of a very rough older brother relationship, but caring at the end of things.
영화를 두 편 찍는 느낌이셨을 것 같은데 작품을 통해서 직접 그 연기를 만나보도록 하겠습니다.